Morning everyone, this is the 31st of August, 5 or 6 hours until the August monthly vlog comes out, but here I am walking to work, and welcome to September. So, I've got a rough goal for this month. Whether or not I keep to or remember to update you is a whole nother thing. But you can always ask me. I have a plan to finish about 2 volumes worth of audio dramas this month. If I do, then I'll be on task. And I will not be worrying anymore. So yeah. Anyway, I'm off to work at the moment. So that's fun. Luckily, I live near the train station, so that helps when things are a little bit late, which they're not today, so that's good. Hello everybody, I hope you're well. Obviously I shot that previous clip a little bit earlier in the month. Intending on finishing it, but I never did. And as you all know from last month, I did a lot of recording and editing and writing, and I got quite a few audios done to a point where I'm almost back on track. Basically, it's just been a very tiring, manic month of just powering through. All I've got to do now is, there's 3 more volumes to finish for the first half of next year. And I've got to write one of them myself, and the other 2 I'm relying on other writers. Not completely, but one of them is a solid through-line story, so I've got to wait for episodes 1 and 2 to be written before I can write the final episode 3. Yeah, it's an interesting one, very interesting. In terms of this month again, plans, I'm not entirely sure. More audio production, keeping busy with work. Next month, in fact, I'll tell you this, a little preview for next month. Next month, supposedly, Croydon, the job, you know the job Croydon, I've been on since March last year. That's supposedly coming to an end, which is fun. Yeah, so there's no choice. We've got to finish it. It's finished almost about 5 times, and things just keep being pushed back. So now there's no choice. That we've got to get it done now. What else is there? Well, that's next month. I've even spoken about this month. I might be meeting up with some friends, I'm not sure. Rough plans at the moment. And last time I kept making rough plans, things didn't work out. What I will say is that I met up with Pete Adams in August and forgot to tell you at all. Basically, we just met up for the day, caught up. We haven't, well, until that day, we hadn't seen each other since August 2020, when we just went for a bit of lunch in King's Cross. He came to here, came to my place, went and ate some lunch, etc. Just sort of chatted and caught up. It was a very nice thing. Didn't want to vlog it because, you know, I'm starting to notice that I'm phasing out of vlogging social events. So, yeah. In other words, in other times, I have not shaved in a very long time. And I am overdue a haircut a lot as well. And it is one of the warmer September days today. But yeah, yeah, I don't have anything more to tell you right now. You'll have to carry on watching and find out. Whereas in my time, I'll be discovering it in real time. Hello all, I hope you're well. I've gone clean shaven accidentally, and you're wondering how that's an accident. So I had to shave at night and felt lazy, so I didn't turn the lights on. And I shaved a bit and was like, oh. So yeah. Editing. Don't look at that anymore. No, that's just finished editing all of Sherlock Holmes Volume 2. Not all in one go, obviously. It's taken me a couple of weeks, but that's all done now. That's coming out, I think, in May next year. But yeah, it's all looking good. I'll be ordering. I'm so tired these days. So yeah, what's going on in life? obviously I've been editing, I've been doing work here and there. I just thought I'd give you an update generally. PMG is going to be coming down and staying down here for a couple of days or so, just to catch up. And he was meant to be coming down to do some filming anyway for another project, but that's not happened. But obviously he said, well, the time is still technically free, and thus we've organised something. He's going to come down and stay. Whether or not I film any of the monthly vlog is another story. But yes, just thought I'd give that little update. I've got to start writing now, because obviously there was a couple of months ago I was doing a lot of writing and not a lot of editing, and I was very worried. And now, as a lot of writing is paying off, basically I've caught up with everything I could possibly edit. So now I've just got to write again. I'm at a point now where the first half of next year is a lot more secure, but that's just because I've been solidly editing when I can. Basically, as I've talked about before, the first half of this year was very much a break. I was rarely writing, rarely actually working on projects. Well, in actual fact, I should have just been kind of, if I had just been kind of even lightly working on it, I'd be further ahead. I'd be at this point now, but earlier. But because I just kind of, I don't know if, I've spoken a bit about this before, but in December last year, had a break, just because Christmas was coming up and it had been a long year of production, and also just life stuff. You know, I got my mortgage, I did all the move, it was just so much going on that I just thought maybe having a bit of a detox for a bit. So I did that, and then the detox, just my feeling on it didn't go away. So I had a break for longer than I intended to, but my brain, every time I wanted to go back to it, I just felt so uninspired. But now luckily I've sort of had to push through that in order to get back to where I need to be, and I'm now there. So that's positive. Right now at the moment I'm just rendering out the trailer for Volume 2. I'm going to schedule upload that for when it's going to be out. And then I'm going to start writing some more scripts. Also today, the trailer for DW 2012 Series 5 is coming out. That's coming out maybe like an hour or so from now, but I just thought I would say that here. But most of all, most people know that's already happening, so yeah. Anyway, speak to you later. Overton Audios presents...
Daddy Charlie, eh? How have you been, mate?
Don't call me that. I dread being called that.
Oh, come on. You better get used to it with the little one on the way. How long is it till we get to yours?
Satnav says 5 hours.
I've heard you all day.
Fuck off!
That kid is a mistake.
But don't you call it a mistake. That kid and Jasmine are the best things to happen to me.
Baby on Board, coming the 25th of September 2021 at 12 p.m.
Look, we're not far away from a nightclub.
And we're in the middle of nowhere.
We're actually in a small town called Shrivenham.
You think there'll be nightclubs in the small town of Shrivenham?
Oh, hello PMG. So, should I give context? Probably. Will I? Maybe not. Or at least not enough. So, the last two clips have been one of me stood over like a services that hangs over a motorway, and another one where it's me and PMG on a street in complete darkness. So yeah, basically PMG came down, as I said, but we only really had a day and a half to really catch up. So as a result, I really kind of wanted it to be just a bit more personal, but it was so dark at that point. I thought, this seems like an odd, unique time to be filming the monthly vlog, so we chose that moment. And the dual carriageway, I was coming back from Nottingham at the time. So there you go, there's your context. I've not really, in terms of recently, been productive with audios again. I have written a script or two, but I've been mostly actually changing instead, because obviously in these monthly vlogs, I've only really been talking about things such as the writing and the editing of it, but I've actually been more focusing on trying to get things recorded. which of course is the middle part that I don't usually bore people with because it's just me chasing people and casting people and then chasing again. But no, like recently I've just been really pushing and to try and get more things recorded to get the editing done. There are some things that I'm currently working on that are nearly finished recording. That's out in November 2022. So yeah, it's quite a lot going on. There are still some things that aren't written that are coming out in June, but that's where we start to get a little bit out of order and a bit messy again. The November one's quite a unique one. So yeah, that's all the updates I've got right now. I don't know what else I can add. So for now, I will say farewell. Hello, Daniel.
Help.
Did you just say help?
I can't breathe in this mask.
Take it off then.
It's fused for my face.
Hello. I am very, very tired. I cleared up my apartment a little bit. You probably can't tell from this angle. But basically all the stuff behind you, you may have seen, maybe even if you look, you may have noticed in the background whilst watching this vlog. When walking around, there's just been a lot of plastic bags and boxes around here. And I've just sort of moved it around and cleared it up so it looks a lot cleaner. It feels nice as well. It doesn't feel like just like a hoarder's room. And obviously I need to sort of, you know, when I first moved in here last October, or I say November really, you know, you treat this place so differently. And then you sort of get too settled. And that's kind of my problem at the moment. I'm running on 21 hours sleep. This week has been a very tough week at work. Worked about 65 hours. But basically my dad, over the course of the last month, I started to go blind in both eyes. He's had an eye operation and he is recovering. The right eye was caught a bit late. That was the first one that went. And then the left one, he started to get the signs of it happening as well. So they caught that early and now he's fine there. But yeah, it's just been a bit of a rough month then. I've been picking up some of the workload there. So that's been fun. As a result, I was editing the monthly vlog. And I was noticing that, you know, I made myself a goal that I then forgot about. Which was the goal to finish at least 2 volumes. And I think I did it. I know that obviously earlier in the vlog I talk about Sherlock Holmes Volume 2. I think I finished On the Scene 2 as well. And whilst that's not a volume, that's a one-off thing. I think I meant it in the same category of like each project rather than volume. So I'm assuming I met that. And at the moment I'm in the middle of writing another volume, which I wrote episode 1 2 weeks ago. Last weekend PMG was down, and this weekend I've been wanting to write something, but last night I stayed up late to record the podcast because I'd just completely lost track and I was up till 3, woke up at 8, and now here we are at nearly like 2:30. And I've done a little bit of work, but I've been mostly just kind of losing lots of time. So I'm hoping to get some stuff done. Also, just for your knowledge, actually, you know what? I was gonna end the vlog now, but what I will do before I end the vlog, because we did the recordings over Zoom, I'll include some little highlights with the guys in, because I didn't just, I talked to James Sutton about the Tortured Rebirth special that's coming out, and I also talked to Chelsea and Luke Lane about Crimson Hunter Volume 2, which is coming out next month. And Aidan O'Connor was there also, and we talk a bit about Fractured Timeline, Dan and Anya's Doctor Who series. We just talked briefly about that as part of the podcast. I won't include that, I'll leave that for you to watch because it's Dan's project and I don't want to step on any toes by announcing it too much. But Crimson Hunter and Rebirth is all good. So here are a couple of clips from that.
Go on, do it.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's podcast. Today, we're going to be joined by Connor Chadwick and Chelsea Logan. Sexy boy Devlin 69.
Hello, Devlin. How are you today?
I'm sorry. Oh God.
What would Devlin call his ASMR channel if he had one? Would it just be Sexy Boy ASMR?
Sexy Devil and ASMR. I don't know. I don't watch ASMR channels. Yeah.
I've only recently knew about ASMR.
Luke is back.
Oh,
Oh, hello.
Hi. Sorry,
Yeah.
Devlin stole my computer.
Yeah.
I see.
It's like a Jekyll and Hyde sort of thing.
Yeah. It essentially is, yeah.
It's weird watching you morph into him though. In real time, just... So
I mean, it's not just a simple crossfade effect.
no, it's the skin tearing, everything. 15th anniversary of Torchwood,
Yes.
which is
yeah,
what
the
this
15th
special
anniversary of Minecraft.
celebrates.
Yes. I mean, I can't believe it's been 15 years since Torchwood came out, to be honest
Well,
with you.
that's the thing. I remember watching it. I only remember really two or three times actually being sat in front of the TV, and that was the second ever episode. I remember that because my mum freaked out watching it. And if you remember what that episode was, the second episode of series one.
I don't know.
I was 11.
episode?
I was 11 at the time, and my mum was just like, "What?" It's a completely like different time and reaction to those sort of things.
I was younger. I think when that came out, I would have been 7, so I wasn't allowed to watch it. I remember sneakily watching series 2 of Torchwood, and I watched From Out of the Rain. That was the first one I saw.
Oh wow! Okay, so that's the one with Julian Bleach.
And so, I immediately, I watched that one, and there's a bit in the episode where he goes up to like, there's a family sat in the car, and then they're going, they see something move, and they're like, oh, it's nothing, and then suddenly turns
up in the
door.
window. Yeah.
Yeah, that. As soon as I saw that, I went, yeah, this ain't for me, and I didn't watch it again until I was 14.
Welcome back. It's not the end of September yet, but next week it's going to be busy. And as I mentioned at the beginning of the month, roughly the beginning of the month, if not, there was a clip here, the first clip here, I think it was. I talked about the Croydon job ending in October. Everything's got very tough and busy there, so I'm trying to close out as much as I can in terms of work-wise, so that we can be in a very good and positive position. It's like there's not much to do. Like I was doing quite a lot of heavy stuff to begin with, but now that it's all coming to a head and there's a deadline, it means that there's, oh my God, it means that there's, everything seems a bit on the line and everything has to be done there, and then there's no like, sort of like a lot to do, but you can cruise and get that information done. It's not like that now. It has to be out immediately because the deadline is so close, you need to give them time. So yeah. Anyway, I will see you later. Next month, hopefully will be exciting. Finishing a job and maybe even starting a new one from that. So yeah. Oh my God! If I have a nap, I'll just sleep until the night. So I have to stay up. So yeah. All right then. I will see you later. Farewell.